Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Persephone would like to introduce you to a very geographically challenged scammer who calls himself Dragan Benjamin. I know you all like a good geographically challenged scammer, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'd really like to get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm not going to read out what he said initially because Google Translate tells me it's in Portuguese. My Portuguese is non-existent, so I'll let Google Translate read it for you.
Olá, como vai você? Acabei de encontrar seu perfil. É prazer conhecê-lo nesta mídia.
Pardon? Said Persephone. To which our man replied,
Tudo bem? Meu nome é Dragan Benjamin. Sou da Inglaterra. Prazer em conhecê-lo.
I have no idea what you just said, replied Persephone. Sorry. So, our man put it in English. All right, my name is Dragan Benjamin. I'm from England. Nice to meet you. What about you? I'm on Orkney off the north coast of Scotland. Where are you? In England. I live here in Manchester City, said our man, giving away the fact that he's a football fan. Have you been to England before? He asked. I come from Leeds. Where are you? Manchester. Before we go any further, here's a map that'll show you where Leeds is in relation to Manchester. Google Maps tells me it's approximately 55 kilometres or 34.5 miles from the centre of Leeds to the centre of Manchester. I already told you I live in Manchester and you haven't answered my question. I have answered your question and I asked where you are in Manchester. Which part of Manchester are you in? And she copied and pasted below the bit where he'd said, have you been to England before? And she'd said, I come from Leeds. Bolton, he said. OK, if you say so. For good measure, our man, of course, replied, L-I-E. What? Said Persephone. Is that part of Bolton? Only I've never heard of it. Which city do you live in Scotland? He asked. Kirkwall. All right, it's my pleasure to meet you here. I wish I could say the same, but I really prefer a man who reads what I type. Well, I don't know much about Scotland and its cities, because I've never been to Scotland or any of the countries before, but I'm coming to Scotland very soon, said our man, who lives 150 miles from the Scottish border. Which countries? Hope you will welcome me when I come to Scotland. You're welcome to come and visit if you'd like to. Which countries? Sorry, I mean any of the cities before. Oh, OK. Where are you coming to in Scotland? I have to go soon. I'm meeting a friend in town. Maybe I can come over with your influence. What do you mean, come over? Or won't you welcome me when I come? So Persephone copied and pasted the bit where she said, you're welcome to come and visit if you'd like to. All right, thank you for valuing our relationship. I appreciate it. Well, I'm coming to Scotland to invest and open some companies and buy some new houses. Where are you coming to in Scotland? I have to go out now. Talk to you later. But I will need someone who is well trusted and reliable so that I can hand over my companies and other things that I'm going to open in Scotland. Hope you'll welcome me when I come to Scotland. So I hope we can be honest and sincere with each other and build trust between ourselves. Where are you coming to in Scotland? She asked again. Why do you have to hand over your companies? I'll let you know as soon as the government send me the address, but I can come over with your address or any hotel address you provide me or anywhere else as far as we can meet each other there. It's fine with me, said our man, who apparently has no idea where Manchester is and no idea where Scotland is. I've no idea what you're talking about. Please answer the questions. Where are you coming to in Scotland? Just want to keep them in your care, not giving it out to someone or anyone. OK, he said, answering her asking why he had to hand over his companies. Why do you have to hand over your companies? I'll let you know as soon as the government send me the address. Don't be ridiculous. Where are you buying the houses? What kind of companies will you open? And why do you need to hand them over? As soon as I come to your country. Where? Not when. Where? And what do you mean by as soon as I come to your country? You can come to Scotland any day you like. All right, thank you very much for valuing our relationship. I appreciate it. Are you really that stupid? What do you mean? There's nothing that'll stop you coming from Scotland any time you want to. It's about a 3-hour drive to Scotland from Manchester. You just go the motorway. So what on earth are you babbling on about? You are a mugu, he said. That's what I mean. she said, copying and pasting "where are you buying houses" and him saying "as soon as I come to your country." "I asked you where you're buying the houses, you know, where in Scotland, and which government is going to send you the address." "I've no idea what that means," she said, replying to him saying "you're a mugu, but you're acting like a brainless idiot." "Somewhere in Scotland," he said. "Why are you so much in a hurry to know?" "I'm just asking a really simple question that someone who really was investing in Scotland would be able to answer immediately." "Why not wait to know it, as we're talking to each other and planning to get to know each other better?" "I still don't know what you mean by as soon as I come to your country. Perhaps you'd explain that." And in reply to him saying "why not wait to know it, as we're talking to each other," she said "because it's impossible to get to know someone who can't or won't answer a simple question. So please explain what you meant by as soon as I come to your country." Our man, of course, gave that classic answer beloved of all scammers who can't answer your questions. "Why asking so much question?" "It's one question, you refuse to answer it." "I don't like answering so many questions at a time. The question is, why can't or won't you give me a sensible answer?" "Sensible answer about what?" "There's not so many questions. It's simple questions that you refuse to answer. Where in Scotland are you coming to? And what did you mean by as soon as I come to your country? This is your last chance to give me a sensible answer. So think carefully before answering. Very carefully. Sensible, mature, experienced businessman or idiotic kid. Think carefully." To which our sensible, mature, experienced businessman, idiotic kid, replied, "All your questions are irrelevant." "Oh, okay, you chose idiotic kid, goodbye." But he did make up a good word. "You're fake," he said. "You really are an idiotic kid, aren't you? You don't even know where Scotland is, do you? I suggest you look on the map, you might learn something." Our man looked on a map. Well, he might not have done. "I can find my way to Scotland," he said. "Just stop asking me so many questions at a time." "Somehow, I don't think you'd find it too difficult," she said in reply to him saying he could find his way to Scotland. "Stop acting like a brain-dead idiot then. But I'm sure even you can find your way to Scotland." "Don't worry, I can find my way to your country, Scotland." "I'm sure even you can manage that," said Persephone, "unless you turn right instead of left, obviously, and accidentally finish up in Bournemouth. That would be awkward." Apparently it was too awkward for our man, who blocked Persephone. I hope you enjoyed this tale of a ridiculous scammer who had no idea where he was. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.